Welcome everyone, this is Pilot Needles, and today we're starting a new series, Pineleaf Plays the Spire, where I'll be playing Slay the Spire 2, which is currently in early access. I am running under the recently released 0.103.2, which is the second major release within the early access program. So, first thing I want to do is I want to change the profile here. I've been playing mostly on Profile 1. But I'll be playing this series on Profile 2, so we'll be starting from scratch here. So if I go into single player here, it looks like I have a few things that are not unlocked yet because my second profile doesn't have any of that done yet. So everything is locked except for the Ironclad. The Ironclad is also the first character you had in Slay the Spire 1, though I did not play the original Slay the Spire all that much. So most of my experience in Slay the Spire is actually with Slay the Spire 2, even though this has been only out for a few weeks now. Alright, let's go and try the Ironclad. Enable tutorials. It looks like this is your first time playing Slay the Spire. Well, first time on this profile at least. Do you want a brief tutorial and some messages to help you out? Okay, let's have a look at those. Hopefully I remember how to play this thing, seeing that I've been playing all. Okay, we are in Overgrowth. Overgrowth is the name of the act. We have two versions of Act 1. One's called Overgrowth, which is the one that you start out at the very beginning. There's also one called Underdocks, which is the alternate one. We eventually will unlock that. Right now, though, you start out with Overgrowth. Tip: select a room to travel to. To move to the spire, pick a room to enter. Once you complete this room, pick an adjacent room to keep climbing. Got it? So we'll start here. There'll be something else in this position later on, but for now, we have this monster fight. And defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play. Once you're out, end your turn. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn and your energy is replenished. So we're talking about basics here. And play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Block reduces the incoming damage but wears off at the start of your next turn. And during your turn, you can observe the enemy's intent. In this case, that enemy is going to be attacking with a 14. If the enemy is intended attacking you, be sure to block. Alright, so now right now this enemy is attacking with 12. So this is always the question, do we want to... We're not going to be able to do much at the moment. Anyway, he attacked me for 10. For 12, I was blocking for 10. That meant that I took 2 damage, so I'm now at 78 of 80. Up here shows you my current health, how much money I have, what potions I have, which is none currently. We'll see about all those things later. And we'll do this. The enemy is going to attack us for 6 and is also planning to do their own block play. Tips: no more cards. If there are no more cards to draw, your discard pile right is shuffled into your draw pile on the left side. Got it? So therefore all the cards moved across here. Now, they're not attacking me this turn. Now, unfortunately, I don't have 3 attacks here. It would have been ideal for me to have 3 attacks. Because right now I have 3 energy. All of my cards cost 1, so I could play 3 of the cards in the turn. That is really actually not doing anything because he's not attacking me. I think he is going to be buffing his strength in here. Yeah, did a strength buff in here, now has strength 2. That means his attack is going to be 2 higher than it was before. Base attack is 12 and going to do everything in a cycle, and every time he casts strength, adding another 2. So that's going to slowly go up. So you got to deal with him quickly. Now let's see. 8 applies 2 vulnerable. And this is 6. That means I could do 17 damage, I won't be able to quite kill him. Fortunately, when it says 2 vulnerable, it means he'll be vulnerable for this turn and the next turn. And unfortunately, I'm going to take a bit of a hit on that one. But he's still vulnerable, and I have 3 strikes. So I'm hoping to be able to get him 6, 12, 18, 27. Yeah, this is plenty. Just 2 strikes is enough. And now he's dead. And I get loot, which is going to be gold, plus a card to help me get Setup Strike. Deals 7 damage, gain 2 strength a turn, apply 3 vulnerable, exhaust. Lose 2 hit points, gain 16 block. The thing about Ironclad, they have some things that would cost HP into it. I think they're the only ones who have skills that require health loss instead of spending just energy in there. So it's a very expensive one, but it's a very, very big block in there. So if you're desperate, you could do that. But there's also a setup strike. I'm going to use the setup strike. A little bit more offensive oriented on there. Now, I did not look before on our map in here, but I need to devise a path to where we're going to be going for this particular run here. And this is very, very linear on this side, and I don't like that too much. What I would like, is a better map. That's what. This looks awful. Oh boy. I'm trying to find a good merchant that's around here. And, right, the only good, really good, well-positioned merchant is here. The tricky thing is that this will require me to have 2 monsters and an elite. I don't like that. I suspect that's probably going to get me killed. But I can't just dodge all the elites, because if I dodge all the elites, I won't get many in the way of artifacts. So that's why I'm trying to see if I can find a better path through here. And how about that? The question marks are for events. There we get rest, go through up here. We could rest here, go through up here, probably take a beating. I would love to have had a campsite over there or there like that, but, well, actually, hey, I don't know how I missed that while reviewing, of course. We go directly from the campsite to the elite. And oh, now I see why I didn't do that before, because that means no merchant. I'm not too sure. I have to think on this one. We'll think about that when we're over here and decide which direction we should go in based on how things are feeling. But I don't like either of those choices. But for now, let's go this way. Alright, this time we are facing slime, some twig slimes plus the leaf slime. This battle actually varies on which the medium, sometimes the medium is a twig slime, sometimes the medium is a leaf slime. So we could use a single defend against that. We use a setup, actually 7 plus. We could do actually, we could do 15 damage in this shot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack this one. And kill that one. This guy is intending to send me some nasty cards, some status cards. And I don't like that. Yeah, it's all done. So he's going to attack, which is blocked for a change. And he sends me a slimed card. Alright, so we've got 8 and 2 vulnerable. Vulnerable When you're vulnerable, you take 50% extra damage from. So that says 6, it'd be 9 if they're vulnerable. So that's 17 in all. I need to defend at least once. But of course, if I do that, then I don't... you know, I think I might be able to get a full attack on him next turn. So therefore, I am going to put the vulnerability on that one. And watch them as they attack me. Let's see. Of course, I get all defense cards. That I didn't like. Alright, so we do our setups. Oh, actually, this is enough to kill him. Alright, good. The rest of this should be fairly straightforward then, right? Just a bash and a strike and we're done. So we take gold, we take money. Tip, power cards. Power cards apply a buff until you, when used, must remain for the duration of the single combat. In other words, here, you gain 2 strength for the rest of the combat. That's nice. The question is, do I want this power here, or would I rather have anger? Where anger, it has a copy of this card into... keeps on adding anger ones, so it's sort of like a build up in there. Let's try inflame for now. We have to see as we go along what is the better way in which to build everything. Now, here's our third of the easy combats. The first 3 combats in Act 1 tend to be relatively easy compared to the rest of the combats in there. The first 2 on the other acts are also easier than the rest of that act. After that, you're going to get random combats that some of which can be rather challenging. All right, let's see. So I have oops, not that. We are going to do this. Now, that down arrow, that black down arrow means he's going to be putting a debuff on me, which is going to be nasty. Fortunately, I didn't get any blocks since I didn't need them then. That means I'll get the blocks when I need them, I'm hoping. Alright, so we can do that. Now, I'm shrunken, and I'm going to be shrunk for the rest of this combat because it doesn't go away until the beetle dies. So as a result, I need to decide, do I want to go defensive or offensive? But now I'm only getting 4 from these strikes. Well, I'm vulnerable right now, so I need to go as offensive as I could possibly do. So now we're done with that. Vulnerability wears off. Oh, now the inflame comes up, which adds 2 strength. That's okay. I'll add that. There we go. 2 strength for there. You have there, and I will block some of the damage in there. Not blocking too much in there. Ouch! I think... Alright, it looks like the... Yeah, still dealing 5 damage. Well, it so happens that the opponent has 5 health, so no question as to what to do in that case. 11 there. A fire potion. Tip, potions. Drink or throw potions during combat. Potions stay with you throughout the run. Got it? And now add the next. Deal 8 damage if the defendant is vulnerable, hits twice. Ooh, that's nice. And here's something that has both block and damage into it. I'm going to go with that for now. I haven't decided on a direction for this run yet, so let's try something neutral that might help me through both situations. And now that means it's time for an event. There are numerous events in here. Is there a tip on that one? No. But anyways, you spot an enormous shambling beast chase off an injured green bird. In the alcove the bird fled from, a single unguarded egg lies abandoned. Your stomach gurgles. So I could either eat the egg and gain 7 max HP, or take the egg, add the Birdonus egg to my deck. Now, the Birdonus egg says unplayable. That means it's going to be effectively junk as long as it's in my deck. So there's a disadvantage to holding it there. Now the advantage of it is that it can be hatched at a rest site. So probably whether or not you do something like this is, how far am I from rest? I have one fight between here and the rest site. So I'm pretty close to one. So I think I will take the egg. You scoop up the egg and stow it, thinking it may hatch into something useful later. And the next monster. Now here's our first tricky monster here, and they have down here a special ability. So they appear there under here. It says slippery. The next time Inklet loses HP, it only loses 1 HP instead. So therefore, I should use my weakest attack against them for my first attack to get rid of slippery, and then I could go into more serious attacks. Now, unfortunately, we got lots of attack here. 3, 6. Yeah, deal 20 damage. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to deal 20 damage. It'll do only 1 damage because of slippery. So, let's see. Now, the question is, which one of these should I attack? Let's do that one for now. I could throw the potion onto him. That's the question. When do you spend potions and when do you not? For now, I'm not going to worry about spending the potion. Alright. Took a little damage there. Inflame. Gain 2 strength. See, here's the Birdonus egg. It takes a spot in the draw in there, but I'm hoping this is the only combat where I will be using this. So here we are. Anyway, got a nice... Oh, hold on. Oops. Okay, gain 2 strength. Now it's 8. Okay, ouch. Oh, I'm taking too much damage here for this battle. Alright, so we are going to be taking deal 9 damage, gain 2 strength for the turn. Okay, that's... Oh, but of course. These guys are... well... This also has deal 1 damage, block 5, alright. Oh, not enough in order to take care of that. So, next round. Let's see, we will deal with that one. Now this one's going to be doing 6, so I might as well block that out. Well, that's just going to be slipped away. Alright, let's see. Ooh, setup strike. I can do a setup strike. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else that will be set up by it. Yeah, here's a case where there's nothing useful for me to do. I will play the defend here, but there's no need for me to do so. There might be some times where you might have something that counts the number of cards that you play in the turn. And in that case, it will be significant on whether or not I play that extra defense there. Alright, and now, well, he's dead, of course. I think. Just say, which one should I do? I'll just give him a big bash just for... There you go. Any of the cards would have killed him. Alright, shrug it off. Armaments. Stomp. Deal 12 damage to all enemies. It costs 1 less for each attack played this round. So in this case, the idea is to play several attacks before playing Stomp. And this allows me to upgrade a card in hand when when it says upgrade a card, it means only for this combat. It's not a permanent upgrade on it. We'll see about upgrades later on. Let's take Armament so we could have a look at that. And now for another event, and then we can rest. You narrowly avoid stepping into a bright, sharp seed? In some unmistakable color gives away that it's a sapphire seed. Were those incredible seeds supposed to be extinct? Legends say that consuming one can greatly amplify your endurance, but what if you plant and nourish it instead? So we can either consume it to heal 9 HP, and we get to upgrade a card in our deck. Otherwise, we could enchant a card with Sown, and the first time you play this card, each combat, you get 1 energy. Now, considering my current health status, I am going to consume it and then upgrade a card. Let's see. Alright, let's try Setup Strike. That seems to be one that we could try. Then we could go to the rest site. Now, I told you I was close to a rest site, so therefore I didn't have to carry the egg all that long. There is one little trick, of course, of the whole thing, is that I am now giving up an opportunity to rest or upgrade an item as I hatched this egg. At a rest site, you can stop to take a breather. After selecting one of the options, you must move on. Choose wisely. Well, I am choosing to get rid of the egg and to get a bird swoop. So let's have a look at that. The items, whenever they add an item, they add it to the end of this list because I think its default sorting order is on how recently they were acquired. Or so bird swoop costs no cost in there and deals 14 damage. So definitely a nice upgrade on that particular case. So let us proceed and continue on our way. Uh-oh. See, the regular monsters are considerably tougher because I think the early ones had something like 32, 42 or something like this. Now we got a 72 monster right over here, and now I got this little bird right over here. Let's see. Let's go with that. Start out with the bird swoop. And let's see, they're going to do 8 damage. Let's try that. When I'm closer, I might do something a little bit riskier there. Okay, we have Setup Strike 1. Ooh. I need a way to get some more energy on there. I know. I could have used Sown on there, and that would have given me a little bit extra on there. Because right now, this gives me 2 strength. This gives me 3 strength. It'd be nice to be able to do both of these, but I'm losing the number of items I could. Actually, I could do Inflame. Then, that's it. First, I do Inflame. That new one there. Okay, fine. And then 11 damage. I am giving up oh, he's doing a debuff on me anyway, so therefore I don't have to worry about defend in any case. Alright, he's made me vulnerable. That's not nice. I know I keep on doing it to them, so I guess they decided, well, okay, I will go and do the same thing to you. Speaking of which, Bash, I've got Bash here. That's 18. Oh yes, I do have Iron Wave in here, so it's really wonderful. But if I do bash, then okay. Gain 5 block and upgrade an item in hand. That's okay. That's 15. All right. So what we'll do is we will do. Yeah, I will need at least some block during this turn. Okay, card to upgrade. Obviously, something that I plan to. So what happens is this is 5 and 7. This becomes 7 and 9, and the bash becomes 12 and apply 3 vulnerable. Let's do the. All right. Let's do the bash. All right. End the turn. Now there was another option I had, is that I could have thrown the fire potion to and kill him outright, but I decided not to do that and take a little bit of a hit there. Oops. Now, one of the things to note is that my special ability, because everybody gets a starting artifact, and it's based on which of the characters they're playing. In this case, the Ironclad. And the Ironclad gets one that says at the end of combat, you heal 6 HP. So I do some healing during after combats, but of course I'm taking more than 6 damage usually, so that has to be taken into account there. Okay, that's a strength potion there. Thunderclap. Make everybody vulnerable. Set up strike. Rage. Whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 block. Well, all right, I will take that. I have one more combat before I hit the next rest site. Uh-oh. This can be tricky. All right, so we have... All right, we'll do 1 defend. Oh, no, I should not have done that defend. Well, okay, I will do set up strike. Maybe I should have used the armaments instead of the defend in order to do that, so I could have upgraded a card. Well, too late now. Let's see. Gain 3 strength for the turn. Let's see. Is there anyone who should be the best one to use? 18. Oh, we'll get rid of the one in front then. Set up strike is going to do 9 and add 3 strength. Because there's 3 strength, now strike is now worth 9. So we got the crossbow out. That's one less thing we have to worry about. Now he's doing a debuff, and that is make me frail, so that make it harder for me to defend. And he's doing this 1 times 8. That means he's doing 1 damage in 8 quick strokes. So therefore it's 1 damage 8 times. So it's 8 damage, but things like strength, it can make a big difference on that, because strength adds to the number on the left, not to the one on the right. So therefore, if I had a strength potion, I was doing a 1/8 damage thing. That means it become, this is 2 strength, so that'd be 2 plus 1, that'd be 24 damage instead of 8 damage. So it multiplies very, very quickly when you have that way. So let's see. Oh, 14. See. Oh, okay. Let's try that. Okay, you're gone. Hey, that's one less thing I have to worry about. And let's get the strength for the combat. And he's also doing the same thing and putting up strength for himself. Alright, when you play attack card this turn, gain 3 block. Okay, good. So, I'll do that. And we got 8, 16. And now I've got 6 blocks so far. And then when I add the defend, I'll have 9 in all. So I'm only losing 1 hit point. Ouch. Oh, and the bird will take him out. Right? Oh, no, 1 point left. Oh, I really should have done that first. It doesn't matter, he's dying. There you go. 15 gold. True Grit Battle Trance. Draw 3 cards. You cannot draw additional cards this turn. I don't have anything else. Okay, I think I have one other card. Armaments, I think, might allow me to draw a card. But anyway, Battle Trance. That could be a nice one, so I could add some velocity to my deck. Now, the midway point. Midway through each level, there is a treasure chest. Tips, relics. Relics can be found throughout the Spire to grant unique bonuses and remains throughout the run. And they can be found in treasure rooms, random events, and by defeating elites. Right, so we've gotten... That's right, we got the bird swoop from the bird item in there. That was one relic, and we have the burning blood in there. So the other way is, of course, by just what we did here from this treasure chest. We'll need to click on it so that we bring it up here. If you forget to click on it, and it may stay on the floor and you won't be able to recover it after that point. So this is going to add us some plating, so that's going to be helpful to it because we like the idea. Add 4 plates. That adds some automatic armor that we can have. Now I have to decide, do I want to rest or do I want to... I'm sort of like on the borderline here at that area. If I had significantly more than this, I'd probably... It would probably definitely do an upgrade. Right now, let's see... If I were at 20 or something like this, I definitely would rest. I'm going to do the smithing. Let's see, what here needs to be upgraded? How about the bird swoop? Up to 18 damage. There you go. Oh, of course, if I remembered that I was ready to go into an elite fight, I may have reconsidered that. We'll see if that was a bad move. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's my first elite here. Okay, yes, we can get a Birdonus as our opponent here. So we've got maybe it's Mama Bird coming to reclaim her child or something like this. So whenever you play and attack this turn, gain 3 blood. Oh yeah, yes, we will be winning this. And alas, no, this is going to be tricky. I'm probably going to be use these potions at an appropriate spot. Now, the thing about Birdonus is they have this special thing, territorial. At the end of its turn, it gains 1 strength. So it is going to slowly accumulate strength as things go along. Alright, let's see what we got here. We have got, oh, setup strike. Yeah, that's perfect. It's doing 4 times 3, so that'd be... Well, actually, its baseline is actually 3 times 3 because this includes the bonus from strength. So it starts out 3 times 3, then if it does the same... But now it's 4 times 3 because it's adjusted for it. That means if they did the same attack next turn, it'll be a 5 times 3 as it goes up because this number here keeps on increasing. Okay, 21. Yeah, because this is like the single most powerful attack here. Alright, good. And yes, so whenever you do the bird attack, it runs out, does the attack, and comes back. So, oh, I guess I could have done the bash. Oh, yeah, I was... That's right, that was a free attack there because it's an artifact level card. Alright, so I could try to fend off here. And it could add to... I think I better do some... Okay, I'll do some defense. We'll see if that's a good decision or a bad one. Might have been also a good turn in which to have the strength up in here. Now let's see what we got. Okay, now it's doing a 17 plus 2 or 19. Okay, Iron Wave. Right, armaments, block 5, upgrade something in my hand. You're doing 19 against me. Let's gain 3 strength. Okay. And let's inflame. See how that works. I think we go to one more turn like this. Okay, okay, I'm only taking 17. And see the armor plating that goes down, it started at 4, then went down 3 each turn. It ticks down by 1. Alright, see. Okay, set up strike. Now we do the bird sweep, which is actually, I think, no, this won't quite kill it. But we do have another strike to finish it off. I see that I forgot to play rage, but it's moot because the bird is dead. That went better than I was expecting. Alright, there we go. Block potion. So if I desperately need some block, I just use the potion instead. Now my slots are full up here, so I'll probably use one in the next combat no matter what. Because there's nothing worse than having to toss away a potion because you have a full set of slots in there. Let's see. Start each combat with 1 strength. Okay, that's good. Pyre, gain 1 at the start of each turn. Ooh. Legend. Evil Eye. I think I like Pyre. If I can get that off. Alright, now let's see. Now, unfortunately, I do have two hallway fights to go out. No, I'm not going to fight an elite under the current circumstance. And that means missing the merchant here. But I have a feeling that I'm not going to be in any shape to do. Well, we have one more round before we actually make a final decision on that. Now we get to fight 2 of these things. So they're pretty much the same thing. There are different points on their cycle. Alright, so let's see, what can we do? We have... Alright, so we do a... Yeah, that was... We'll see what we can do. Ouch! And he's doing a 2 strength on there. Alright, so I need 15 in order to kill that one. Now, he's doing a strength this turn and has armor on him, so might be more better to do that. Let's see, I could do 9, we could do inflame, we can do... Oh, I am going to need to do some defense here. So let's do armaments. Let's bash him. Alright, fine. And, oh, I do have one more in there. Ugh. Well, I miscalculated that. Alright, well, anyway, I need a little defense in there, so let's... Actually, I should remember, I did say earlier that I really need to use one of these potions here. So let's see which would be the best one to use in this case. Well, obviously, we want to use that. We want to get those up. We have 22 that's about to come into me. So I think that if I do this, do that. Alright, that one's down. This one is vulnerable. So, okay, I have plenty of... And let's see. I have no real reason to use these. Now, I see that he's putting up some block. I think he puts up a block of 5, so... Yeah, I think I could let that one slide in there. Alright, and let's see, we got a bash. And just strike it to finish it up. Alright. Yeah, that's the thing. I do have a bad habit of forgetting the potions when I'm in there, and I probably should have used one earlier because now I have another potion up here, and so I'm going to either have to ignore that one or get rid of one of these things. I'll get rid of the strength potion because I'm not giving up an energy potion. Okay, what's the card that we've got here? Bloodletting. Apply 3 vulnerable exhaust and deal 5 damage to all enemies in a whirlwind. I don't think I'm really going in the direction of a whirlwind deck. I'm going to try bloodletting. And now I have to decide, do I go after the elite or do I go after the hallway fight? I got 293. I want to go to the merchant, but I can easily get killed in this thing. Now I can take... Yeah, let's go after the elite. It's probably going to be the statue. No, it's not the statue. It's the worst possibility. Okay, so... Well, let's hope that doesn't turn it. Yeah. If I knew what was coming up, I probably would not have made this choice in here because I think I could have handled the statue, but I don't think I could handle this guy. So I guess we were going to find out. Let's see. What do we want here? We have... Okay, we will put in Pyre. Alright, so we will... I'll do that. Confirm card. Oh. Okay. That was very bad ordering. Okay, fine. I'll just have to upgrade one of the shields that I can't play. Alright, so here we have the block potion doesn't need to be used, and we'll see later on what we can do about this. Is only, yeah, that's only a single target one. It's not the AoE one. I have 4 energy, but only 3 energy costing cards, but I will throw in the Rage. The Battle Trance will change that situation in there. Inflame. Okay, good. Now we can set up Strike. You do that. But now we have to worry about these guys. And these guys are going to be a real pain. Now, let's see. Alright, we will get rid of that one so we have one that we don't have to worry about. So all this block here isn't going to go into anything. And yeah, I think we'll end the turn there. Okay, the stunning is over. These things break out of the monster as you go to it. Now I gotta fight these in order to finally have everything over on here. Now the bird deals 21 damage, so we will yeah, get rid of that one. Alright, that's one less thing that we have to worry about. So we want... Oh, we still have 4. We still have 4 points left, so we could actually play all of these. So we could play... So we will go after the one in the back. So that's 5 block, 8 damage, 5 block. And you're down in... This was easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a real nasty... Now, I did use 2 potions on it. That's how it's important on it. I think things would have been a lot tougher if I had persisted in my habit of forgetting potions in there. Okay, ornamental fan. Every time you play 3 attack in a single turn, gain 4 block. Okay, so that can be useful because I do tend to play a number of attacks, and a little extra block could help me in some places. So, Flame Barrier, whenever you are attacked this turn, deal 4 damage back. Oh yes, that is a real nice one. It's very, very expensive though. Probably would have to use Bloodletting or something like that in order to be able to really get that off. 6 damage draw cards until you draw a non-attack card. And deal 9 damage. Increase the card's damage by 5 this combat. Okay, so this is a ramping up. This is a scaling one. Let's try the rampage and see what happens in there. And that means that we did survive that fight. In fact, we actually went up in health at the end. Well, and here's our merchant. So I got 329. Let's see. First off, let's get rid of a card. I've got 20 cards here. And the question is, which one should I get rid of? Obviously, I'm not going to get rid of one of my better cards. You usually get rid of something like a curse or one of the basic starter ones. One naturally generally gets rid of a strike or a defend if you still have some of those around. I will get rid of a strike. Whoa. And now I've spent that. Now that means I can only do one per time around, so now it shows an X there because I can no longer use that option in there. Next time I come to the store, it'll cost 100, and it keeps on going up as time goes along in there. Let's see. We have Vicious. Whenever you would apply Vulnerable, draw a card. Gain 7 block. Play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. Deal 9 damage. Yeah, Pommel Strike. Yeah, that sounds like exactly what I'm looking for. Right. Actually, Omni Slice might be even better. It's 8 damage to everyone in there. Secret techniques, put a skill from your draw pile. Yeah, let's try. I took out a strike card, so putting in an attack card in its place sounds like an idea in there. Now, let's see, I got 172 left. 171 at the start of your first turn, lose 2. At the start of all other turns, gain 1. That slows down the beginning. If I had an artifact that gave me extra at the beginning, I might consider that. Let's see. Regen Potion. That might come in handy. And we have here, this is Clarity Extract. Draw 1 card at the start of your next turn. Next 3 turns, draw 1 additional card. So that's some... Alright, let's see what this can do. So now I have only 18 left, so obviously I won't be able to buy anything else. So that's the merchant. Go from here. So now we got the boss coming up. And the question is, do I chance going to the boss not at full? Usually if resting is being capped off, it's sort of like my usual guideline here. So right now it's 24, so that means I would be losing some rest base in there. That means I'm probably close enough to being at full that it'll work. So I'm going to take the Smith option here. And I just got this Omni Slice here. 11 to everyone. That sounds like a nice one in there. Actually, one of the things I forgot to do at the start of this thing was to check out who the boss is. Don't do that. Always check the bosses at the beginning of so you can build your deck towards that boss. Right now, I'm going against Vantum. In Vantum, you want many small attacks. You want to be able to do a large number of multi-strikes or something like that in there if possible. So I don't know if I gave up on doing a multiple attack at any point in there. But it probably would have been the best thing to take against Phantom because Phantom, well, we will see that in a moment when I head inside. Here's Phantom. Phantom thing has this slippery thing that we had encountered earlier, but this time it's first nine attacks against him are going to be slippery, which means those first nine attacks are all going to do one in there. Let's see. I might as well see. Well, no, I'm not going to use it. See, clarity, 3 cards, block potion. So what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to take 7 damage here. So, oh, I have, oh, and so, so therefore, something like Bash, a heavy hitter like Bash, isn't going to do all that much because it's only going to do 1 damage. And vulnerable is going to be not worth as much because the damage is going to be 1 and vulnerable doesn't make them take any more as a result of that. So what I will do is I will put it in Inflame so that it will be around for later. Because I am going to be needing that for later. Let's strike him. Strike him. Strike him. And yeah. Alright, I'm going to try to save this block potion for when he gets the real big strike that he has. Okay, the bird swoop. Alright, he's going to be doing how much damage? Oh, 6 times 2, so 5. 5. Oh, I should have used Iron Wave, not a second block. Alright, well, strike. Yeah. Leaving Iron Wave unused is not the best idea on there. Alright, now we have here Rage. Whenever you play an attack, gain 3 block. Okay, that would be very, very useful. Now, let's see how much block I can get up here. Gain 5 block. Oh, defend. If upgrade a card in your hand. How about this defend? And oh, I'm choosing Rampage simply because even though it only does 1 damage here, it is at least going to increase the card's damage by 5 for its combat. So later on in the combat, I will still be able to use it. Now, what do we got here? We got 16, 27, 16, 28. So I will use this. So now my block is 28, so I'll be able to fend that off. I wonder if I fend that off completely, do I still get the wounds? We'll find out. Yes, I still get the wounds. Alright. I suspected that would be the case. Anyway, he's going to be making himself stronger. Okay, there's a pyre. Let's see, setup strike. Oh, he's still. Oh, the setup strike isn't going to be doing all that good, is it? All right, so there. Oh my. Oh, because I played that earlier in there. Oh well. That would have been a good time in which to really have unloaded on him. Alright. But sometimes you don't get what you want. There's anything I can do that does 1 point of damage? No, everything. Yeah, I gotta use my last one in there. Well, next turn I will be able to actually do something useful. Alright, let's see. What do we do? I can't upgrade a wound card. Well. Yeah, yeah, you can't upgrade a wound card, so I don't get an upgrade on that one. Alright. So let's see, let's get that out. Oh my goodness gracious, those wounds are really nasty on there. Draw one card. Yeah, I will drink this. Oh, a bash. I should have calculated that earlier so that, because if I had that, I would have done that before the other attack. So that's at 124. So now I'm actually getting in a reasonable amount of damage there. But it takes a while because first you got to get by the slipperiness. And right now what I've got is... Well, let's see how much block I can get into there. Oh, I can do... Oh, I've got plenty of that. So, bloodletting. See, now I'm not going to bloodlet this turn because that would be not a very bright idea. That's 65 and 21. So I'm only going to take 8 points of damage. I guess that's not too bad. Now, I will be healing the fool after this fight, and so the main thing I have to worry about is that I don't get killed in the process. Alright, so we want... See, that's already upgraded. Is there anything else I can upgrade here? Deal 22 damage. Oh boy, that's been going up slowly. That's the reason why I attacked with it despite... Deal 22 increases card's damage by 9. Oh, okay, it's the increment that gets updated in there. Oh, actually, hold, there's... See, Bash is 11 and 2 vulnerable. This does 21. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a wash on which one is... Oh, wait. Burst Swoop is a free. I keep on forgetting Burst Swoop is free. Alright! That is the boss for Act 1. So what do we got? Primal Force. Transform all attacks in your hand to giant rock. Usually use this when you're in a situation where you've got your basic strikes in there. So you turn your basic strikes into these really powerful rocks in there. I don't use that too often. Let's see, I'm at 20 cards. If I were at a lower number card count, I might have considered it, but I don't think so. Thrash. Deal 4 damage twice. Exhaust a random attack in your hand. At the start of your turn, gain 2 strength. At the start of your turn, okay, it's a power that gives you 2 strength there. That sounds like a really, really powerful one. The question is, can I ever actually use it? Let's try it. I'll probably try to get rid of a card to get back down to 20. I'm going to see if I could work with the 20. I have not yet determined a ideal size on this. So now we go into Act 2, which is called Hive. Now, what do we know about this? Well, of course, we have this layout up here. We know that the end boss is the Insatiable. At the end of the act, you will fight the Insatiable. The Insatiable, think of a sandworm from Dune. And that will give you an idea of what the Insatiable is. So we'll see on there. That means that things are going to be frantic. That is going to very definitely be a DPS race in there with occasional interruptions where you have to play some cards that are specific to that to stay alive in there. We'll see that when that goes on in there. Now, on this side here, we have, all right, we do have a shop here, but do we really want that early of a shop? Are there any other merchants in here? I mean, there is the one up on top and the one up here. I don't want to have the string of 5 consecutive monsters and then the shop. If I went this way, I would prefer to go up in this direction. And this shop here, I think is going to be too early for me to get anything really, really useful. That means trying to get into that shop there. So that means bypassing that elite. Okay, I've got my route. We'll go down this way, take that shop. We get that fireplace there. We've got this elite down to here. And we have here, that means there's only one elite, but alright, so that's sort of the shop. Then we don't need that shop then. But I like this side better than this side, which is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we will go with this one. Now, before we do that, though, we have to speak to the Ancient. At the start of each act, you will meet an Ancient. Tezcatara in this case. In the tutorial run, they leave out the Ancient at the beginning of it because they're trying to show you the basics of the game. So we are running this without the initial one, and we just had an extra hallway fight instead. Oh, dear visitor. Do come in, dear. What can Tezcatara do for you? Oh, let's see. Start the combat with an additional 4 energy. You know how earlier I said that I didn't want to give up 2 energy with the bread? With this in here, I probably would have taken the bread if I had very hot cocoa in there, because you have 4 extra energy in there. Okay, so now you're getting 2 extra energy, but 1 for each turn afterwards. So the combination gives a nice Golden Compass. Replace the Act 2 map with a single special path. Now, I've never taken the Golden Compass in here, but doing that on the first run of the profile seems a bit weird to do. And at the start of your turn, exhaust the top card of the draw pile and gain 1 strength. I'm definitely not doing that. Now, if I were doing an exhaust build, then that might work in here. But I'm not doing an exhaust build here, so very hot cocoa. So that means it's time to head out. One other thing to note before we begin here, and that is that my hit points are currently at full. And that's because your hit points get reset at the beginning of each of the acts. So here are, oh my goodness gracious, we've got the exoskeletons, so we have to deal with those. Oh, 12 points to all enemies. That's perfect. And a note here. Hard to kill. Reduce all damage taken and HP lost by exoskeleton to 9. So they're only going to take 9 damage each, but still great for doing the whole thing. There we go. So now we have we get 4 plating plus block plus set. Oh, look at all the, oh my goodness gracious. Let's see, we got. Okay, we'll do that, and we just might as well get rid of that one. And we got plenty for everything, don't we? In turn. Now, is he doing a strength? Probably a strength, yeah. That's common for them, so they're doing strength 2 on there. Alright, let's see. Now, unfortunately, the energy level gets reset at the beginning of it. There is an artifact, of course. There's an artifact for doing just about everything. And there is an artifact that will allow you to carry over your strength and your energy from a previous turn. But right now, it doesn't carry over normally. All right, so let's try. Oh, actually, we might as well use rage. Okay, good, and I guess we will actually bash that one. Okay, good, and well, actually, that's the. Oh no, actually, no! Ah! Okay, I wanted to play Iron Wave. All right, so that's unfortunate because that means he will survive and he'll bash me in. So, fortunately, it doesn't get through the armor. So let's see. Okay, so demon form. I'm not going to spend all of my stuff on that. Let's use the bird to kill you. All right, see, 7, 7. Oh, yeah, they're all dead. That went pretty well. Speed potion. Okay, that's probably for 5 dexterity, so that'll help when I really need to do some. Of course, still the question about remembering to use potions. Vicious. Whenever you apply a vulnerable, draw a card. No, I'm not going to add any. I'm only going to add new cards when I think they're needed really with the deck that I am going in there, because I'm trying to hone it down not to be too large. I've had a lot of decks that I have killed by adding just one too many cards. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now here. Oh. This is most unfortunate. You got 18 damage coming here, and I have, well, except for the 4 plating, and I have very, very little in the way of. Well, fortunately, demon form at the start of your turn. Gain. Now I won't get the 2 strength this turn, but it will be in later turns over there. Okay, we'll get to this. All right, and rampage till dead increases. Oh yeah, this is the rampage thing. Oh well, not quite enough. And I'm going to take a beating from these guys because I just did not pick up any. Okay. Okay, this time we're actually to use Iron Wave. Okay, we need. Oh, okay. How about this? Gain the strength. Do Iron Wave. Okay, you're dead. Now the bird will take care of you. Right? Oh, I forgot to play Rage. Oh well. And that is it. Nothing all that useful in there. He's going above himself, but most likely he'll be dead next round. So it's not going to matter. 15 strength? Oh, that's a bit much. Boom. That's what I got to say about that. Alright. Let's see. Spite. Deal 5 damage. If you lost HP this turn, hits 2 times. Yeah. Lost HP hits 2 times. As I said, I am trying to avoid putting in too many updates. If I can get rid of some of those basic attacks, maybe I could do that just to overwhelm those, but we'll see. Okay, battle trance. Hey, all right, so rage. We've got 2, 3. Okay, so it looks like. Oh, this thing is that you're going to try to summon something. Let's see. Rampage increases. Oh, yeah. We obviously want to do the rampage thing. Might as well play everything. Now, this is Regen. Okay, well, I have no reason to regen at this moment. And speed potion. Well, I got 26 armor there, despite the fact that no one's really doing that. Okay, so we've got this thing, this illusion that it casts up there. So it looks like a film projector that it's using in order to do it. The illusion, though, does cause damage. That's sort of like the tricky thing on the start of your turn. Well, I definitely don't want to use that. I may see. Ooh, how about this? Let's get 5. Let's upgrade something. So let's see. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happens if I do this? That gives me 3 in that case. So let's use bloodletting. And then I'll cast demon form. Then we'll do iron wave, and we'll go against this guy right here. Ignore the illusion for now. So it's going to be hard to ignore. I really should have used the speed potion in that one. Oh well. Ouch. Alright, we have 74 left. We have bash. Setup strike. That. I completely... Oh, well. I probably should have thrown in some defense in there. I don't think it's going to be fatal, though. But it did bring me down pretty low. So I got 15 points left. Let's see. Power 2 strength. See, 11. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're going to easily take care of that. But I'll just throw in a little bit of inflame anyway, just to... Just for giggles. Alright, flame barrier. Perfect strike. Deals 6 damage. Deals 2 additional damage for all your cards that contain the word strike in it. Now, currently, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 basic strikes, 5 with setup strike, 5, and then of course there would be perfect strikes of 6. So it'd be 6, so that'll means it'll do 18. It's that 2 cost of that really. Hey, nah. Oh, and we have reached. Okay, the merchant. Okay. Right? No. I was. Oh, we reached that merchant. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's see. Are there any artifacts I can get? No, there aren't. So therefore, we are getting rid of. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so Jack of all trades. Add 1 random colorless card to your hand. Nah, I'm not going to add random cards. Besides, I'm too low on that score. Let's see, 52. A skill potion. I don't know if I showed off one of those yet, so we might as well buy it just so that we can show it off. Event. It looks like the event turned into a battle. Occasionally, I think I've heard it's 10% chance of an event turning into a battle. Okay. Right, let's see. Rampage 10. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we've got 7. Oh, we don't have to worry about that. Deal 10 damage, gain 3 strength on the turn. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we'll start with armaments to upgrade one of our items. It looks like only bloodletting and rampage can be upgraded. Well, I don't need bloodletting this turn because I got overabundance of it, so I guess Rampage gets upgraded. Okay, then set up Strike. Rampage. And Omni Slice. Not much in... Oh, he's just summoning anyway. And with summoning... Do we have anything else here that could really be useful? Actually, this regen potion. Let's drink the regen potion. Alright. That's going to give me 5 health points for the first turn, then 4 the next, 3, 2, 1. Up that slowly increase. And she lays some eggs. Alright, so what can I do here? Actually, out of curiosity... No, it's not it. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something that stayed in your hand, because that would have been really, really lovely to have been around to use against these eggs, to wipe out the entire set in one go. But that is not the case, so we'll use Rage. Alright, we get 16 here. Oh, okay. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll use that. We'll use that. Alright, good. And that's it. Enemy turn. And the 3 eggs hatch. And now I gotta worry about the hatchlings. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have... Oh, Iron Wave. I should always remember to use Iron Wave. I keep on forgetting to use that one. It would be nice if I used Fire for later turns, but let's see, I'm going to be taking 4, 8, 12, 19 damage right now. -5. Hold on. Drink the... What happens is these card ones, in this case a skill one, is if you drink it, it gives you a choice of 3 cards. So this is 3 skill cards that you have. One is Flame Barrier, but it'll be at a cost of 0. Gain 12 block. Whenever you are attacked this turn, deal 4 damage back. Yes, that is exactly what I want. Alright, there we go. Now it's at 17, which is, alright, 19. So just a couple of shy from it, but it'll be more than useful for what we want to do here. So I will do that, and that'll help later on. And, oh, and I now have 2 vulnerability on me, so I ain't have to worry about that. So, let's Rage. The bird swoop is... Anything else I could do in order to buff that up? Nope. Oh, actually, this looks like this is one of those hands that just plays itself. And these guys are just going wrong in their cycle. Beak! 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 Ouch! And this one is giving some strength. Alright, so now... Oh, let's try a few more here just in case. Let's try a Flame Barrier. Yeah. Yeah, I am going to need that. Let's throw in an Iron Wave to attack you. Actually, oh. Alright, confirm card to upgrade. Let's see. Oh, we'll just upgrade that even though we're not going to be using it this turn. Actually, why not use it this turn? Yeah, Of course I can use it this turn. And that means I can do that. I can do that. And start next turn. You can't play this card. Oh, because I don't have enough energy. Yeah, of course not. Well, that's enough. Looks like I managed to get enough for that. Alright. So it saved me a lot of damage in return for... Oh, hey, that 14 damage to everybody. Does that kill everybody at once? Yeah. Actually, it would even kill it if you kill the main one. The minions all go away anyway. And now let's see, Colossus, gain 5 block. You will receive 50% less damage from vulnerable enemies this turn. Oh, that's interesting. Something to think about in a future build, but I think that would be overcooking the build at this moment. Merchant! Oh yeah, that's right, because I was just here a moment ago, so I don't even have enough in order to kill a card, but maybe the one that's on sale might be available? No, nothing's available here. I just don't have enough money. That's probably having 2 shops, but at least it was a save point in along the route. Okay, this time I really do need to rest. And we hit the chest. It'd been nice if the merchant were after the chest. Okay, what's inside? A stonecracker at the start of each combat. Upgrade 2 random cards in your draw pile for the rest of the combat. Okay. Not an ideal situation, but it's better than nothing. Oh, an elite. Oh, this guy. Okay, so obviously we've got a battle trance there. We are definitely going to open with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exactly 7. All right, this is going to be great. So whenever you play an attack card, we will have that out. And we'll put up the demon thing. All right, good. We'll upgrade somebody. And I guess we'll just check that. So gain 3 strength. We will do this. We will do this. We will do this. And we're going to take a little bit of an owie, but oh well. Oh, actually, it's only a little bit of an owie. I had forgotten about the plating. Alright, so we got a bird swoop coming in. Let's see, it's going to do 16. So bash followed by... No, because we're going to do the bird swoop. As much as I would love to do pyre, I think the priority will be... Oh, that's right, I forgot. You get an extra... The first time you hit him during the turn, it gives you 1 extra energy. I forgot about that little thing in this particular fight. So therefore... So that is something for me to consider on the matter. Alright, Rampage increases this card's damage. Oh yeah, we got this Rampage in here. And we'll definitely do that. I probably should remember to use that dexterity potion up there, but I'm still forgetting to do potions. Alright, set up strike. 1, 2, you're up. Strike 3, you're out. Okay, good. Strength potion. Stone calendar at the end of turn 7, deal 52 damage to all enemies. The trick is lasting until turn 7, right? Pommel strike. Okay. I will add that one. So, I suspect that a top player would not rest at this point, would Smith instead, but I'm not a top player, so I can ignore that, right? So we'll go to the event. Room full of cheese. This room is full of cheese. You look around and see if there's any traps, and above you is more cheese. The candles in this room appear to be made of cheese. The furniture is also cheese. Suddenly, the door behind you slams shut. It's made of cheese. So he could either gorge herself on the door, I guess, to choose 2 of 8 common cards and add it to our deck. No way I'm going to be doing that at this point. If I had this in Act 1, that might be a good... Oh, the other one is to lose 14 hit points and obtain the Chosen Cheese. The Chosen Cheese at the end of combat gain 1 max HP. Now, I just healed. That means I'm in a position where I could actually sacrifice 14 HP. I don't think I would have done that in the other case, and instead I was not really keen on grabbing 2 commons, random commons, but alright, I will do that. Let's see. You scrounge about for hours and hours. Time slips by as your mind travels to strange places from the sheer presence of all this cheese, and you fade into a stupor. You snap awake and realize that you're holding something. The chosen cheese. Okay. Why it was chosen? I don't know. Okay, so we have one more. Actually, this is only Act 2. All right. So, for some reason I was thinking it was actually, no, it's Act 2. Alright, so we go into the next monster. And inside here, we have... Ooh, the robots! Okay, so we have... the chosen cheese. Alright, I suppose. Okay, we have 7 there, so we're obviously not going to do any bloodletting this time around. Deal 10 damage, increase this card's damage by 5. Oh, of course, now you can see this one's also going to be giving us some bad cards, so we have to worry about that at some point. How about... Oh well, let's try this, we try this, and so much of that. Yikes. Screech! So we are now dazed. So in dazed is unplayable and it's ethereal. That means that if a card is in your hand at the end of your turn, if an ethereal card is in your hand at the end of the turn, then it gets removed from the game. This is known as exhausted. So therefore, it won't stay with us forever. There are some that do have a habit of staying around, way overstaying their welcome in there. Alright, so let's play a rage. Try that. Let's see. Oh, that one's about to die. I guess the setup strike is enough on that one. Now, we do have this bash, and if I were to do the bash, it would have been... One of the reasons to do the bash, is, of course, is because of the 3 vulnerability. Use that next turn. Except, this has Artifact 3 on it. Artifact 2 on it. This means that the first 2 times we debuff it, it's going to ignore the debuff. So all it will do, I guess it will remove one of them so it becomes Artifact 1. That might be a choice in the matter. We still are doing 16 damage. So we'll do it anyway in there. But anyway, so now it's Artifact 1. But each going, oh, I've got 13 protection plus replating. Oh, I got full protection in any case. Alright, now, let's see, we've got... okay, the bird's going to do 21, and Pommel Strike is going to... Oh, that's enough to kill it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I will take another Iron Wave, and I will remove a basic strike or next time I have a chance to... Oh, there's a shop right there. Aha, let's see. So I just promised that I will get rid of a basic strike, so I will do so. No, let's see, anything else here? No, I can't afford anything else. Oh. And we're about to go into a boss fight. I want to be at full. Actually, yeah, it looks like it's going to be... It'll put me up to full health in there. It looks like one extra in there. So I am going to go into there because we got this thing to face. Yeah, this is a real piece of nastiness. Let's stick with this particular one. Well, we'll see that in a moment. Right now, what can I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's... Do I have anything that will... Okay, we'll do the rage. Really don't need to defend this turn, but... Okay, that's a good start. Alright, so now... we'll deal 12 damage there. Let's see. I was hoping to get the bloodletting one in there because I think that would have been perfect for this situation. So how about... Oh, I don't have any we have Rampage, increases card. Yeah, actually, we will do Rampage. So, Bash, Rampage. Yikes. Alright, now we had this thing called Frantic Escape. Get further away, increase Sandpit by 1, increasing the cost of this by 1 each time we use this. Currently, Sandpit is at 3. If that decreases each turn in there, and if it gets to 0, we are dead. So we will have to play that. So that does force us to play a couple of suboptimal moves. Yikes. Alright, so now we got bloodletting here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will use bloodletting. Okay, let's see. Set up strike. Strike. Oh, okay, we don't need the... Oh, I should say I really didn't need to defend, in which case I probably shouldn't have done the bloodletting. Alright, well, that was what I get for not reading it closely enough. Alright, so now we've got the Omni Slice, we got this here, the Iron Wave. Okay, how are we doing in the... I think we're going to need that. And one more of these. think we're making reasonable progress. But I have to be careful. Sometimes you don't see things as well as you really need to. Probably should. One, two, three. So we'll use the. Oh, it's doing a 10 times 2. Oh, it's about to do a. The next attack is going to be a little bit too much for me to handle. Well, I can survive one more attack. We'll have to see what's going on here because yeah, I don't think I've gotten. Oh, I've got. I can get 5. It's suboptimal to use a dexterity potion when you're only playing one defend. Okay. I'm getting worried now. Let's see. We've got 30! Oh, okay, I'm sunk. Alright, so... Oh, well, here's Iron Wave, obviously. Oh. I should have done that before Iron Wave. And... yeah. This is not going to work out too well. Alright, I've got only 2 hit points left, so I'm going to have to... Oh, I can't even play Blood Letting in there because it will kill me if I used it. Alright, yeah, see, Bloodletting loses 3 HP and I only have 2. So, let's see, 58. Is there a way for me to do 58 damage? Not with... If I had the bird and... Yeah, it says 17. Pommel strike. Okay, let's do a pommel strike. Alright. Oh yeah, of course. So do the rampage. 29. Well, it was a close one, that's for sure. See, I have 1 point left. And... Oh! He's not attacking this turn! Okay, he's not attacking this turn. Okay! What is he? That may have saved me. Alright. But it's still doing 24. Let's see. Whenever you play an attack card, gain 3 block. I have 12. Unfortunately... Okay. Not enough attack. My attack's not powerful enough. Slightly different set of cards, it would have gone differently. But looks like add 5 block. Oh. Yeah, there it was already. Okay, let's see. That's at 5. Add another 5, that'd be 13 in all. I'm dead from that one. So I'll just... And... Oh. Yeah. It doesn't matter. That's... Oh, 16 versus... No, it's way more than I have left. And he was only at 17. So it was a close one. But unfortunately, we are dead here. Whap. As you sow, so you shall reap. I'm used to saying this, so shall you reap. Okay, well, floors climbed 33, gold gained 498, 3 elites killed, 1 boss slain. I got a Elite Hunter killed 3 or more. The badges were something that were just added a couple of days ago they when they did the recent when they did the April update in there. And it also, we've unlocked a few epochs in there, whatever that's all about. So we discovered 54 cards in here, 2 relics, enemies in here. This is our first playthrough, so you're going to have a large number of things unlocked in here. So we go up to the unlocks. In the timeline, reveal epochs to unlock cards, relics, and much more. So here we are. Meow. Play a single run to reveal this epoch. Chapter 5. Meow. The reopening. Mother of Resurrection, now awakened from her slumber, rise champion again. So, since we had not yet died yet, or we had not yet died in the thing or anything like this, or Meow wasn't present, but because we had this thing at the end, and yes, they do have something to happen if you actually win. But in any case, Meow gets unlocked after your first playthrough in here. And so Meow will now greet you at the start of each run. So I said that at the beginning of each act you have one of these ancients in order to give you a little boon. Meow is the one at the very beginning, and this is a character that is coming back from the original Slay the Spire. Okay, and then they fill in other things for the timeline. Fog rolls in. Play a run with the Ironclad to reveal this epoch. Fog rolls in. The Silent. News of the Spire's reopening has made its way to the Silent. She ferries a boat to the capital. So therefore the Silent now goes in. So we now unlock the Silent, which is the next character, which we'll be using in the next episode. Silent sneaks past the gate wards with ease and enters the Spire once more. Unlock the Silent as a player character. Okay. Oh yes, right. There are 2 more epochs being won. This one is for unlock by accumulated score. So there are several of them that, as you score and go away through there, you open Praeon. A void of nothingness, but then the world came into existence. It churned about and molded itself to that which tells stories. Along the journey lay a planet called Praeon, a mere speck in the universe. They say there's a great story about a spire that took place there. And now those unlocks, they unlock new cards that we'll be running into the future. We'll worry about that later on. So those are generic cards that will be usable by any character when epoch is being... And this is the Ironclad. Beat Act 1 with the Ironclad. And there is also one for beating Act 2 and one for beating Act 3. But we didn't quite do it yet. The Ironclad, a warrior from a faraway land, entered the Spire. Driven by pure instinct and accursed blood, he has lost all reason and identity. All who prevent his ascent shall perish. And then we cards unlock. The following cards will reappear in future runs. And these are exclusive cards to Ironclad. So multiple, you see, they have this red background in there, and the background is based on which character you're playing. So these are all things with... I think that was it, right? Yeah, so we have... This is sort of a timeline in the whole thing, with stand-in art for the moment because it's still in the beta. But if I go into single player and then go into standard, the Silent now is a choice. But obviously that won't be for now. That will be in the next episode of Piney Plays the Spire.